If this is real, this is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Gotta let the light shine on me. Hi guys, welcome to this week's video. It does look a bit different, I guess, for a few reasons. The first reason being that I'm actually doing this on my laptop, so hi from my laptop, and you are on my desk, which you usually see in my videos, so hi from my desk. I consulted with one of my best friends and my number one fan, and they both said that I should do a little watch party and show you guys a few of my favorite segments from The Struggle. The Struggle is a satirical news show that I used to do at Monash. I've chosen 3 segments that I thought were kind of funny and kind of good. They're all actually part of the same season, so I don't know if that's saying something about me, and I may have fallen off in my humour because they're all from my first season and I did 3 all up. Anyway, doesn't matter. I have a glass of wine with me because it's Saturday night, hence why I'm dressed up. And I thought this microphone would be a lot of fun. If you guys don't recognize that, it is the Disney Sing It microphone. I used to sing a lot of camp rock and High School Musical on this little bad boy. And so I'm really glad that it's back in my life on YouTube. Yeah. Have chosen 3 videos, as I said. I'm just going to go through them one after the other, pause when I feel like it, and talk you through moments. I actually haven't watched any of these in a little while, so it's going to be really fun getting back into it and watching them and seeing what it's like. I don't know. It's been 2 years. Yeah, it's been 2 years since these aired on Channel 31 and aired on YouTube, so it'll be really fun to see if I'm still digging it or if I find it super cringy and gross. But anyway, let's just get into the video. Cheers.
Next.
Okay, just before that starts, the little baby that the host Molly and Laura were holding was actually my a doll that I'd gotten when I was born. It actually became an inside joke in this season where I would bring her every week and she was the struggle baby that everyone wanted to hold, and she was actually involved in quite a few segments, which was kind of fun. Anyway, back to the video.
Babe Disability Babe is back and she's not happy. Bill Shorten and his crew have made draft changes to the NDIS funding, including feminine products, labelling them...
I didn't mean to pause it again so soon because people are going to be like, I can't follow along with your stupid pauses. But I'm pretty sure this was my first segment that I did on Premiere Pro, and so I think the editing is going to be a little bit shit. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Including feminine products, labelling them lifestyle related. Yeah, because it's a lifestyle choice to experience debilitating cramps, mood swings that turn me into the incredible...
Babe, you can't just end the shot turning away and the next shot be of you just staring at the camera. Oh my god. I remember I did this throughout this whole segment because I didn't understand how to do it, and my location producer sort of fed me the wrong information when she was instructing me, and so it didn't work out. But if you watch me in season 15 and 16, I nail the turns, I swear to God. Also, this graphic, can we just appreciate my rookie Photoshop skills for a moment? What a brilliant Hulk.
And constant paranoia that I'm going to bleed through my pants every month.
Sorry, I'm just going to take it back because this whole thing is just the turns.
Mood swings that turn me into the Incredible Hulk. And constant
paranoia
what? That I'm going to bleed through my pants every month.
They don't make any
First,
sense.
access to sex workers got taken away. And now feminine products? What does the government want me to do? Masturbate and free bleed? I don't think so. This is...
So that has become a crowd favorite of struggle viewers and people who are in struggle. It's so funny because I didn't actually write this segment and go, yeah, I'm going to do that. On the day of filming, I was told by a couple of the people who help us put on the show that it would be really funny if I actually had period pants and I had like bled through my period. So I actually went to Kmart with a couple of the other girls and we bought red food dye and a pair of pants and we dyed them in the Monash bathroom like 15, 20 minutes before we were going to film. And I remember walking around campus, like filming this. Girls would come up to me and be like, hey babe, I think you bled through your pants. The guys, they would just stare at you, like just shell-shocked, like they didn't know what to do. At one point, my location producer actually was telling me that there was like so many cars that would just stop on the side of the road and just stare at me as I'm like giving my piece to camera. So stupid. Anyway.
I don't think so. This is part of a redesign of the scheme, reducing the NDIS funding to $14 billion over the next 4 years. They're sitting in a little circle, considering what's reasonable and necessary for people with disabilities. Bill Shorten said the new revised list is still being finalised. But at the moment, 78% of disabled monthly leaders cannot afford feminine products outside of the scheme. Advocates believe that getting rid of feminine products could lead to families choosing menstrual suppression methods like sterilisation over
I couldn't get this bit.
Can hurt those with mental and physical
so
disabilities.
Hang on. So this voiceover happened because I kept messing up the words for this last line, and I was like, no, it's important that I get this like properly, and it was just taking us too long. So my location producer was like, okay, how about we have you writhing on the floor because you're on your period and in so much pain, and we can just have like a voiceover do the last bit of your segment. And I went, so smart, so intuitive, I love it. And so that's what we did.
As a recent survey showed, 180 women have difficulties managing their periods due to their disability. It's disgraceful that the NDIS are again taking things away that aid our disabled babes. Thanks for being a red stain in our underwear, Bill Shorten.
And that is the end of segment 1. I don't even know what to say. I think I probably should have saved that for last. I think it was the most shocking. But honestly, it's the most shocking, but it's one of my favorite segments I've ever done. And I think it's because I was just not afraid to look stupid in front of the camera and in public. I literally walked around the streets of Caulfield with big period on my pants, and I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun writing that segment. I had a lot of fun filming it, editing it. I remember like the night of the writers meeting when the script hadn't even been finalized, I was already making my graphics because I had so many ideas, and I was just felt like it was so fun.
Wait, how old are you, Laura?
As old as I need to be, huh? But not yet old enough for any of that sweet NDIS pocket money. Unlike the luckiest woman in student journalism, NDIS correspondent, Disabilla Babe.
Australian government, why do you hate me? But more specifically, why do you hate disabled people? After the Disability Royal Commission gave Labor 222 recommendations.
I think, yeah, so this was the last segment that I did using iMovie to edit. So this might be a little bit in shambles.
After the Disability Royal Commission gave Labor 222 recommendations,
Okay, every year I have one item of clothing in winter that I stick to from day one to the start of summer. And this year, that was my Kathmandu puffer. I wore my Kathmandu puffer, I think, everywhere, every day. It's in my struggle segments. I don't know why. I should have taken it off or put on a jumper. But no, I decided to wear my puffer jacket. The following year, it was my bright green coat, which I have a feeling is going to be my coat for this year too. But it's so funny. There's always one piece of clothing that I religiously wear in winter.
The Royal Commission gave Labor 222 recommendations. They only accepted 13. That's less than 6%. Quick maths! Not only was Labor 4 months...
Okay. This car, I don't know the person that owns the car. I didn't ask permission to sit on the car. I just saw the car in the parking lot and went, yeah, I'm going to sit on it. A lot of my location pieces are me going, I think this will be funny. I feel like this works with the line. It's all very unplanned, on the spot sort of thinking. There's only a few times where I've gone, no, this is how I want this location shoot to work.
But they also failed to accept the key recommendation presented to them. Otherwise, they would be supporting the plan to end segregation for us disability babes in areas of employment, schooling, and housing.
I think I wanted to go somewhere that actually looked more like a house, but as we walked past the building, the entrance to the gym was open, and so my location producer was like, why don't you just come down in the gym? And so that's what I did. I personally don't think it makes sense compared to the employment and the schooling, but hey, it worked, I think.
What BES decided to do is review and modernise the Disability Discrimination Act, continue programs that are already implemented, and create a centre for employment that is too hard for me to say.
I tried, like, I'm not kidding, I actually tried so long to get that line right that I just couldn't get it. I don't even think I could get it now, but I just kept messing up the title of it. And so I was like, forget, I'm just not going to say it because I can't say it. I improvised a line.
This, though, is not good enough. Even our fellow disability babe, Jordan Steele John, is disappointed in you, Labor. Are we just too hard, Labor?
That was actually sped up. I wanted to leave it in its normal speed, but the producers were like, no, we need to speed it up. It takes too long. And I'm like, 2 seconds and that's too long. I remember telling my location producer, if a car comes past, just keep recording because I'm just going to keep talking because I think that adds to the funniness.
Do we not get the equity that we deserve because we'll be able to live like able-bodied Australians? Or are you scared that once we get the equity we're entitled to, we'll be able to replace Bill Shorten as NDIS Minister with someone who, I don't know, has a disability? Come on, Labor. Ramp up. What happened to...
I don't even think this is that funny. I don't know why I burst out laughing. But this was the one location where I was like, I want to be on a ramp when I say ramp up. And I want it to be a close-up and then a zoom out. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Solidarity forever.
Are you sure you're actually deaf?
What?
For more
I thought that line was fun because I don't really actually appear like I have a disability, even though you see my device throughout the video because I purposely wanted to make sure it was viewed in the beginning when I'm shuffling in the metal stuff in a freaking shopping cart. I have no idea what I'm doing in that bit, but I kind of just wanted to do that sort of thing at the end anyway, and I thought that was kind of funny. That was my first Disability Babe segment, and then for the rest of the season I just became known as Disability Babe. I'm trying to remember if I did other Disability Babes ones. I think I did maybe one in season 15, but I didn't do any Disability Babe in season 16, and that was sort of because I didn't really want to be put in a box of only doing health segments. It's so funny because now that I'm thinking about it, health was my interest and health were things that I would pitch, and I had fun doing segments on health that I could get the humor out of the health. I don't know, I just babe, you should have done more health. I guess we'll move on to our last one, my first ever piece in studio with the hosts. And I was so nervous. My legs were shaking so hard that I felt like I needed to run away. Like it was crazy. It was my first time using auto cue, first time being in the studio with all the lights, first time being at the desk. Like it was a lot of firsts.
Anyway, brown Rugose fruit virus has been detected in 2 properties in Adelaide's north, attacking Australian-grown tomatoes. This virus causes yellowing and uneven ripening deformities and is easily spread from plant to plant.
Oh my God. What does this mean for me? Am I going to become deformed?
No, Laura. Does it affect people?
Oh.
Anyway, this is kind of a first in Australia and has been thought to be due to infectious seeds entering the country from overseas.
On The Struggle, we pride ourselves on our Sherlock Holmes investigative skills and have tracked down the mother of all mothers, the one who is apparently responsible for this virus. Direct from her Oakley mansion and straight into the...
I'm already like trying to get myself prepared for the cringe. This segment is so cringe.
Studio, please welcome the godmother.
Ciao, Molly and Laura. I'm no godmother, though. I'm just a grandmother.
Godmother? Why have you...
Why am I can't tell if that's a really poor Italian accent or if I actually pulled it off. Like, I don't know. Can someone please comment down below and let me know if you think I've nailed this accent or if I need to go back and be shamed by my ancestors. Anyway.
Your mob boys set this virus loose in Australian farms.
How do I know? But I imagine, Molly, that after the scandal that erupted in 20...
Also, I just have to say as well, this segment was filmed the same day as the first segment that I showed you when I had my period pants. And I remember coming into the studio because everyone saw me when I had my period pants. But when I came into the studio and I had my black corset on, I had my jeans, I had my fluffy black coat, had my earrings and my red lipstick, everyone went from, oh yeah, it's just Amy, blah, 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 she's so funny, to, oh, who are you? Yowza. I just felt so hot. I went from being a free bleeder to a mafia mob wife, and I loved it. I didn't come up with this because of the mod wife trend, okay? I thought of this before the mod wife trend was even a thing. Plus, even if I did think about it after the mob wife trend, it doesn't matter because I'm Italian, so I am technically a mob wife.
The 18 on our farms back home, me, as someone, needed to find a way to get on top of the tomato game in Australia.
A scandal?
See, my brother, I mean someone I never met and don't know, and his ragazzi, the Caporelli, had their whole ring flipped upside down when immigrant protesters broke out on their tomato farms. And we, I mean they, lost the trust of the stupid Australian nation.
You mean the protest that came after 16 workers died?
It was an accident. We would never hurt our sweet bambini. And they just turned on us after we gave them homes, a job, and access to Italia's best summer sun. See, we could only pay them €2 an hour, but that is a life. Italia is a brutal country, you know. I mean, somebody else. I never did nothing. My family will fix up anyone who says that we did.
Focusing back on today's topic, the virus, why did it get set loose?
Well, your farmers got angry when they found out that we controlled 80% of the tomato imports.
I just want to say, my only thing from this segment is I wish I interacted with the hosts more. I sort of just like stared into the camera and was like, oh, it's my line. Okay, I speak it like this, nah? I speak it like this on the television. But I was just so nervous that I completely forgot about that element. I completely forgot about that. I was like, oh no, I don't have to. I need to focus on the camera, staying right into the camera and remembering my words that come up on the auto cue. But I don't need to think about the host. I don't need to look at the host. They're not worth looking at. I've had less than a glass of wine. I haven't even finished my glass of wine and I'm already pulling out my accents. This is so bad.
And we're giving your silly little nation cheaper tin tomatoes in the college supermarkets. When your nation boycotted, my dear brothers.
Okay, the reason why I said Coles instead of Coles was because that's how my nonna used to pronounce goals. She actually used to live across the road the Woolies, but she would tell me to go across the road to the Coles and get her some groceries, and I used to do that.
Farms and the government introduced dumping duties, our imports dropped to 71%. This is not good enough. So me and my brother decided the only way to get back to 80%, and maybe even higher, was to infect your pathetic crops you call tomatoes. So they tell me.
Do you not see how this could be considered a little bit criminal?
Criminal? How dare you? I'm a respected figure. A nonna, ma fanculo, ma chi questa disgraziata? Non capisce niente.
Okay, I have to be honest. I have to be brutally honest here. I did actually have to ask my mum if she could translate.
Sorry, godmother, but that's all we seem to have time for.
From withering tomatoes to waning sex drive, let's talk men.
Pause for a moment.
But yeah, that's all my struggle segments. Can I just say, this is how long... Anyway, I feel like this video is bad. Now that we've seen all the videos, I think I am going to rank them. Period Pants, the first video, Period Pants, is such like a crowd favorite that I feel like it has to go high. I think I'm going to put that number 2 because it's a crowd favorite, but also because I just had a lot of fun putting myself out there in that way. That's like super unconventional and like no one else was sort of doing that on The Struggle. I'm going to put my Disability Babe segment, the second video, third. I'm going to put that third. And I'm going to put my Italian godmother as number 1. It's because I felt like that was such a fun, creative time. It was my first time in studio. It was my first time doing something directly with the hosts, Molly and Laura. I got to put a little bit of my nationality into it, which I loved. I got to be more of a character than myself, which I think I loved. I think I just loved that season in general. Like, we had so many strong journalists or cast members that would, like, you would give them an idea and they would absolutely run with it and build on it and build on it, and then it would just become this like amazing thing. And I got these cool videos out there. I know they're all from the same season. I did 2 other seasons, and maybe this one can just be for season 14, and next time I do something like this, it could be for season 15, and then the next time it could be for season 16. But I know I just wasn't as creative in season 15 and 16 compared to season 14. So I think that's why I just didn't show any of the videos. But anyway, so this is my ranking. First video, ranked 2. Second video is ranked 3. And third video is ranked number 1. I would love to hear your ranking of these videos. I will actually link the episodes below in the description, so you can go and like watch the whole episode if you want. I will timestamp my segments if you want to go and watch my segments again. Yeah, I think I'm just going to end the video here. I hope it was entertaining and fun, and I hope you all had a glass of wine. I actually forgot to mention the start of the video that you should get your wine out like I did, but not spill it all over your laptop like I just did. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please comment below your favorite segment of mine, and if you want me to do something similar like this again, I'm sort of happy to do these sort of things where I sit down and watch videos. I feel like it's so fun. I just need a bit of liquid courage to sort of get me there. If you want to give me ideas on videos you'd like me to do, please put them down below, as I'd love to get more ideas on content that I can produce for you guys. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I publish every Monday, so you know you will get a video from me at the start of your week. And I will see you guys next week.